my channel. My name is Holly. This is She Reads. Today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. And I've seen quite a few of my favorite booktubers do this lately. Peter Mon, Peter Likes Books, and Jesse the Reader, and etc, etc. So many of the bigger YouTubers have been doing this, and it was a tag that I actually really enjoyed, so I thought that I would take the time and do it as well. We're a little bit past the mid-year point, but whatever, I'm gonna do it anyways. So, question number 1, best book you've read so far in 2018. I don't know, so far I've read quite a few books that I did like. I really liked The Lunar Chronicles. I read that starting in January. I don't know if I can say it was my favorite one. Probably I think I'm gonna have to say this one, Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips. This one was like, I started reading it and I could not put it down. Like, it was just so good. It was so interesting. And it's about a mom and her son. I think her son is about 4 or 5, and they get trapped in a zoo while there's a shooting going on, and it's like, oh my god, like your heart is just racing the entire time that you're reading this book, because you're like, how is this mother going to keep her child safe? And it really hit home for me because I have a son, and I just kind of kept putting myself in her shoes, and she's trying to like outrun these gunmen and try to hide from them. And meanwhile, like, you can't really keep a child that age calm, like, and you especially can't keep a child that age silent. And there was many points in this book where he needed to be silent and he wasn't, and you're just like going like, oh my god, like, what would I do? So I think I would probably say this one is my favorite one. It really kept me on the edge of my seat, and it really kept me engaged throughout the entire thing, and I read it like lightning fast. Best sequel you've read so far. I don't really do a lot of like duologies or trilogies or series in general. I think, in fact, the only one that I have read so far this year is The Lunar Chronicles, and my favorite book out of that one, which one was my favorite book? I think I really liked Scarlet, actually. So that is Scarlet from The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I really enjoyed this one. This one was probably my favorite book out of all of them. I also really liked Cress too, but I think probably Scarlet was my favorite. Scarlet or Cress, either one. They're both really good. New release you haven't read yet but want to. I think I'm going to combine these next 2 questions together. Number 4 is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And I'm going to say that in October, my favorite author of all time is coming out with a sequel to my favorite book of all time. So Mitch Albom, his book, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, is my absolute favorite novel, and he's coming out with a sequel to that in October. So I'm very, very excited to read that. And I also heard that Ransom Riggs is going to be coming out with another book from the Peculiar Children, and I don't quote me on that. I think I just kind of heard that like through the grapevine. I'm not sure. I haven't done any research to find out if that's actually true or not. But if that is true, I would love to read that one as well. And I think that that's also supposed to be coming out in October. The biggest disappointment. That one definitely goes to The Motion of the Puppets by Keith Donahue. I was really, really excited about this one when I received it in a My Thrill Club unboxing. It was about a woman that gets turned into a puppet, basically, and I kind of thought of, in my head, that it was kind of like Goosebumps for grown-ups, but it just really dragged out, and I just wasn't a fan. I almost DNF'd it, actually. Question number 6, the biggest surprise so far of the year. I cannot find this on my shelf to save my life. It's probably like right behind me as I'm speaking, and I just can't find it. But I probably would have to say The Diary of Jack the Ripper. I really, really enjoyed that one. Like, it's a true crime, and it's basically, they think that they have actually found the authentic diary of Jack the Ripper, and it goes through, and it, like, you can read the whole diary, and it kind of goes through like who this was, who they think that this might have been, and like they kind of uncover, so they think, the identity of the real Jack the Ripper. Of course, nothing's been proven, because you can't really prove that it was this person. I think his name was James Maybrick. But yeah, that was really, really, really good. A lot of times, like, true crime stuff like that can be a little bit dry, but I found that this one just, like, it was not whatsoever. It just, like, the pacing was really fast, and you really wanted to see what this diary was, because, I mean, you're getting a glimpse into the diary of a madman, basically. So I really enjoyed that one for sure. Question number 7 is favorite new author. I mean, I don't know if I can really pinpoint a favorite new author, like, because the only books that I've read multiple of from a new author is Marissa Meyer, because I did read her Lunar Chronicles. So that's the only one that I've read multiple books from, that I can say she would be a favorite new author. Like the rest, like they might have written an amazing book, but I can't really say that they're a favorite new author if I haven't read any more of their books, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that question really applies to me, because I kind of would have to say Marissa Meyer, because I did like all of her books that I read. But she's the only author a new author to me that I've read more than one book from so far. Newest fictional crush. I don't know if I really get crushes on fictional characters. Like, I don't know if that's just an age thing. Maybe Wolf from Scarlet. I don't know. I like that whole like protector instinct. Maybe him, I guess. And newest favorite character. That's not, like, these questions are hard. I should have probably like sat down and actually like figured out what I was gonna say for all of these. Probably the mom in this book. I can't even, what is her name? Like, see, I don't even know. Joan. Probably Joan from this book, because like I said earlier, it's about a mom protecting her son, and you know, I resonated with her a lot, and she did whatever she had to do to protect her kid, and she made some really scary decisions, and she made some tough decisions, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was like her son mattered more to her than anything, and you know, she had to kind of make it happen. She kind of had to do what she had to do, and she was under a lot of stress, obviously, in that situation you would be. But yeah, so probably her. She seemed like a very, very strong woman, and somebody that I could aspire to be like. A book that made you cry. I did cry in That Fierce Kingdom as well, just because, I mean, I don't want to like give it away at the ending, but it was very emotional, and I did cry at the ending of that book. I also cried at The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. I listened to that one on audiobooks. I don't have the physical copy, but it's basically this woman's journey. She's the author or the screenwriter of the Grey's Anatomy series, and I think also of Scandal as well. But she goes on a year-long journey where she says yes to absolutely everything, because she's feeling very stagnant in her life and very like withdrawn into her own little world. So, and just like at the end, like hearing how much that changes her, that kind of made me cry for sure as well, because I really identify with her a lot. Like, I'm kind of a very introverted person, so sometimes it can be very difficult for me. I think I might have a little bit of social anxiety as well. So like getting myself into new situations, like sometimes is very difficult for me. So I kind of think about doing that in my own life sometimes too. Like, let's just see what would happen if I did that. And she went on quite the amazing journey, and she got some amazing results. So that made me cry as well. Book that made you happy. I would say that one made me happy as well, The Year of Yes. And also The Gratitude Diaries by Gretchen Rubin, I'm pretty sure. Both those made me happy. Kind of took me outside of myself for a minute and saw like how you can be happier in the world. The Gratitude Diaries is just about a woman going once again on another year-long journey and just trying to have more gratitude in her life. And I think that's something that we can all do a little bit more of every day. Favorite book to film adaptation you saw this year? I honestly don't think. The only one that I have saw is It by Stephen King. That's, I think, the only book to film adaptation that I've seen this year. I'm not like, I used to love movies, but I just don't find that I really have the time for them that often anymore, so I don't really get to watch a whole lot of them. Question number 13, favorite review you've written this year? Or booktube version, favorite video you have done so far this year? Well, I mean, I'm very, very new to booktube. I just started in March, so I don't know, I have a lot of favorite ones that I've done. I really liked, if we're talking about reviews, I really liked the book review that I did for The Night Circus. I thought I did a really good job with that one, and I've kind of been scared to do more reviews because I'm scared that I'm not going to do as good a job on them, but that is something that I need to start doing more of on my channel, is doing book reviews. So probably that one. And I also just like a couple of videos ago, I did kind of like a sit down talk with you guys. I like that one, and I like all the ones where I'm like writing with you guys, like the She Tells Stories with You or the She Writes Stories. I've had somebody send me in their story. That one was really fun. So I've done a lot of really good videos that I'm really proud of on this channel so far. So I really look forward to continuing on with that. The most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received, that is easily the Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Like, look at that cover. It is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely, without a doubt, that one for sure. And the last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? All of them? Like, I mean, I don't know. I always have a list going on in my mind. I don't really have any like specific. I just want to read as much as I possibly can by the end of the year. There's none that I have to read that I want to make sure that I read. I'll get to them when I get to them. I'm kind of the type of reader that just like chooses the books based on the feeling that I get at the time. So that's kind of what I go with. And yeah. Well, you guys, that is it for the mid-year freak out book tag. So let me know in the comments down below what your answers are to any of these questions. I would love to hear from you, and please hit that subscribe button on your way out. I would love to get to 100 subscribers, and I'm getting very, very close. So I would really appreciate that. Hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.